See my shirt? I love it. I love it. I tell everybody, that's me. That's me when I landed here. What? You don't believe that you're a spirit having a human experience? If you don't believe that, take a hike. We don't want your kind here. There is a difference between those of the light and those who want to keep things the way they've been for millennia. Strange to have such concrete and old beliefs that cause a lot of harm and that keep people down, keep people ignorant, keep people in a low frequency. They're gone, right? Yeah, those people, they're gone. Because I'm talking about frequencies, and a lot of people, some of those people get butthurt about it. Oh, he's surely gonna bring out the crystals and stuff. You hear those comments sometimes, it's a way of belittling that which we are, that knowledge that is divine knowledge, divine wisdom. Those things that help us tap into higher realms, and those things that raise our energy, so we are always tapping into those higher realms. But people will say things to piss you off, and then what happens? We sink to the low frequencies. Now, why is that? Well, first of all, I pointed to my shirt to again kind of symbolize what we are. You, me, everybody, not just me, because I'm just like you. I'm a spirit having a human experience. Okay? You are a spirit. You are the light, the truth, the way. That's who you are. They're gone, right? Okay. Because that would surely piss them off, But then again, what would happen? They would end up in that low frequency, right? And then they will say things to get you into a low frequency. It's like being in a big tall building and enjoying the high, the altitude and how you see everything. And you feel like the king of the world or the queen of the world, right? And then some dude down below at the base level, in the street, down in the dirt. So, hey, you asshole, And then you go, what? And you get down those stairs, because it's really hard. You just can't just take the elevator, but you sink to their level. Now, you may believe the same thing that I believe. Well, Pancho, sometimes you need one of these. And I agree. I was raised on that, but that doesn't mean it's a good thing. I was raised on a lot of bad stuff that alerted the little angel within me. Hey, that's not good. Some of the stories that I heard in church, especially about Jesus, it's like, and my little tiny, 3-year-old body going, well, that doesn't make any sense. Why would God wants us to feel guilty and unhappy and miserable and sad and guilty? And did I say guilty? Guilty. Makes you wonder who set those rules to keep us all non-angelic, if you will, in the low frequencies. Because, let me ask you something, really. What do you feel sometimes? when somebody's being rude, right? You feel that burning in your gut and you just want to smack them, you want to just retaliate, there's somebody pulling you down. How do you feel when somebody's saying something uplifting, something that pumps you up? Like, for instance, this morning I saw this in Parliament, this what's an MP, I forgot the actual word, but MP for the new MP for New Zealand. She started doing a haka. Now I don't know what they're saying, but it pumped me up. I was like, yeah, combate, cora. I was ready to go to war. Right now, I feel the chills. I feel the goosebumps. My energy is just. Why is that? Because your energy. Yeah. This is just a symbol. We don't necessarily have wings, but this is the symbol for that energy, for the highest energy. And what do you see him do here? It's dropping. Landing here is it's a dense place because it's being kept dense by this race of beasts that overtook it a long, long time ago. You know the story, people with a thirst for blood, a thirst for destruction, a thirst for being mean and horrible, arrived on a place, saw all the resources, but saw the people in the way and took out the people or whoever opposed them, made the rest of them slaves to serve them, because that's what they do. They that's what they live off of. They live off of the low frequencies. They live off of your fear, off of your negative energy. So this is why when I was in my little 3-year-old body, I was listening to the stories that I was being told about Jesus, and I was going, that doesn't make any sense. Because you gotta remember that 3 years before that, I was one of these. And so were you. This is why a lot of these adult rules did not make any sense to any children. You included. So what should we do now? Well, not let them suck you into it, into their matrix. I'm not talking a revolution, because all revolution is nothing but violence. But I'm talking about a revolution of the mind, because I did mention that you were the truth, the life, and the way. Truth, the life, and the way. The truth, because everything that happens within you, not outside of you, it's all true. Even if you're having a bad dream, it is true, because you're suffering the consequences of it. Maybe you feel like maybe you're dreaming you're being chased. Tell me that doesn't feel true. Because everything you say to yourself becomes, everything you say to call yourself, you end up being. Because everything that you call out happens. And then you say, see, I told you. Yeah, that's the power you have. It is not, feelings of grandeur. No, that's your true identity. But you've been misinformed. You've been misinformed by people who just want you down. So, we're talking about governments, we're talking about religions, we're talking about a lot of people feeding you this stupid story that you are nothing, that you are this big, that you are helpless, And they place themselves as the middlemen. And if you don't go to them, you can't be nothing. But really, because we are the creative energy, we are the creative mind, we are the force that makes everything. You're not just a drop of the ocean, you are the ocean in a drop, as I say. Now think about the magnitude of that statement. That you are the ghost in the machine, my friend. And you came here just to rest your life, but with the power of creating it for you. So what would it take for a race of bestial beings, horrible beings that live on on bloodthirst and destruction? What would it take for them to capitalize your power? Just tell you to create the wrong things. Give you a bunch of misinformation, and we know about misinformation now, don't we? When you're watching, you're going, well, but that's not true. How can people? And then the actual people buy into it, and then it becomes. Why? Because we are the creative power. We are the ghost in the machine. We are the ones. We are the light that gives this whole experience life. We create it for ourselves. So again, you are the truth, because everything that is happening within you is true. Everything that was happening in your world, in your experience, in your reality is true. You are the life, because you are the one that you are the life in there. You are that ghost. You are that spirit in the machine. You are the life. You're not borrowing from anybody. You are the life. You don't, again, that's the crazy beliefs of these religions, that they're going to give you something to give you life. You are already life. You can't escape it. And you are the way. You are the way into fixing everything in your world. Everything. You are the way. You're not going to do it by changing somebody else, or asking that somebody, hey, you know what? I want to be good, so you be good. I want to have peace, so you have peace. You better be peaceful. No, you are the way. You are the vehicle. But you are the way that it is about looking at yourself and only doing those things that will raise your energy, that will keep you pristine as you should be. So now imagine this guy falling, but no, rising up, going upward, raising in energy, always taking the higher road. You ever heard of that one? Nowadays, people want to make fun of those who take the high road because they figure, though, they're wimps. They're walking away because they really can't fight, or, oh, no, it's because they know better. They are better, in effect. And the other ones who are instigating, they are the people who are creating all the problems. The people who are still have been seduced by those people who invaded us a long, long time ago and installed their way of life, their way of living, because that is not a life, but the way they do things. Why? Because they live off of fear. They live off of low frequencies. They live off of your misery. So how do you change all of this? By admitting to yourself, accepting who you are, and keep yourself out of the low frequencies. And this is where you have to become a warrior. Because every day you're going to get up, you're going to look into that mirror and go, what standards are you following? You're following their standards. You're not this or that because you didn't do this and you didn't go to this and then you didn't buy the thing and you don't own this thing and then that's all their garbage. You're grassless. You're formless, shapeless like water. But that's who you are. Your spirit. You are that ghost in this machine. You are the power that creates everything. You are the light that illuminates your whole experience. You are the power that creates miracles. And what is a miracle but it's a manifestation that came out of faith. So that's my spiel for today. Take it easy, Lemon Squeezy.